Welcome to this Emsurge Open Markets Auctions tutorial for participants. When you first log in to the Emsurge Open Markets platform, you will select the CAS trading venue, which will take you to the Auctions tab, where the dashboard will display a list of past and upcoming auctions available on the platform. Each row represents an auction listing and provides key information such as the project, including the carbon standard, the vintage of the credits, the reserve price. For example, here you can see the upcoming auction for VCS 3052 credits of the Cambodia Water Purifiers project. On the right-hand side, the Activities panel shows recent updates, including new auctions, updated orders, and project changes, helping you stay informed about market activity in real time. To participate in an auction, simply select the listing you are interested in. This will open the auction details where you can review the terms and register your interest to bid. This page provides all the relevant information you need before taking part in the auction. Please remember, this video is not using real data and is intended for illustrative purposes only. Here you will find project title, auction description, and current status on the right-hand side, and more. You will also see a summary of the auction details for review. It is important to check this section, where you will find information such as the eligible settlement venues, participant fees, the allocation method, payment terms, and the contract conditions governing the transaction. For example, this auction will use a price, volume, time-based allocation, with payment due within 5 business days after award notification. The summary indicates that the auction will go live on the 27th of March, 2026, 12:25 UTC time. Users can register at this point or after the auction goes live. There's a timeline that shows 3 key stages: when the auction was listed, when it goes live, and the closing time, when bidding will end. Once you have reviewed the terms and are ready to participate, you can register to bid. On the right-hand side of the auction panel, click the Register to Bid button. After clicking Register to Bid, your request to participate in the auction is submitted for approval. Once the request has been sent, the auction interface will update to show your registration status. The Submit Bid button is temporarily disabled, and the status changes to awaiting approval. This indicates that your participation request is currently being reviewed by the seller. During this time, you will not yet be able to place bids. You can leave and come back at any point. A red View Changes button will notify you whenever changes are made, so you can review them. Once your registration is approved, the Submit Bid option will become enabled, allowing you to submit your bids. Click on the Submit Bid button. This will open the bidding interface where you'll need to enter details like the vintage, volume, and price you want to bid for. Start by choosing the vintage you're interested in. Click the drop-down to view the options for the different vintages and select the desired one. Next, enter the details for your bid. Here you need to fill in the volume you want to bid for and the price per ton you want to pay. The system will calculate your total participant fees, which are shown below. Now, it's time to choose your settlement venue. This is an important step, as it determines where the transaction will take place, as well as the venue fees paid by the seller, which will have an impact on the effective amount received by the seller. Note that each settlement venue has a fee per ton of CO2 and a minimum volume. The system then shows you all the calculations and resulting prices so that it's clear what the participant will end up paying for each bid and how much the seller will receive. This latter amount is what determines the auction winners. Effective bid is the competitive bid level, factoring in the settlement fees the seller will need to pay based on your venue selected. Participant fee is the fee per ton set by the seller, paid only by the winners. This covers the expenses of running the auction. Total participant fees, Total fees paid by winners for their total allocated volume, calculated based on the participant fee. Total price, excluding participant exchange fees, is the total price per ton including the participant fee but excluding any fees payable by the buyer, which are unknown to us. Total cost, total amount to be paid, excluding any buyer exchange fees. Participants can add as many bids as needed, combining different vintages, volumes, prices, and settlement venues as desired. This flexibility allows you to tailor your bidding strategy based on your preferences. You can add or remove bids before submitting, and when you're ready, you can submit them all at once by clicking the Submit button. You will be able to see a summary of all your bids. However, keep in mind that our auctions are blind, which means you won't be able to see any bids placed by other participants. Make sure that your bids represent your assessed fair value for the credits. Modifying your bids is possible for as long as the auction is open, and you can do so by clicking on the Manage Bids button. When the auction reaches its closing time, participants will receive a notification pop-up alerting them that the auction has closed. This notification confirms that bidding is no longer available, and that the platform will begin processing the auction results. The system determines the winner by allocating volumes to the highest bids. This is formally defined as a discriminatory auction. After the allocation has finalized, you will be able to view your final allocation summary, and your allocated volumes will be clearly highlighted in green, allowing you to quickly identify the credits you have successfully secured. Next, the seller will contact all participants directly to notify them of the results and explain next steps to complete the transactions. This concludes the auction process on the Emsurge Open Markets platform, from discovering an auction opportunity to successfully securing carbon offset credits.